Thank you. That introduction, there's a few things I can say. Been there, done that. All right. I mean, we've been in Nova Scotia, we've done Montreal, we've done some of the other, some of the other provinces. I've landed in Gander. All right. So I've been there. I had an aunt that her husband sold farm supplies out of Lethbridge, Alberta. I had an uncle that lived in Richmond, BC. My wife's sister lived in Smithers, the northern part, 500-600 miles north of Vancouver. And we've loved every minute of it. But we're looking forward to being able to do it again. And what else can I say to somebody? I don't usually get into talking about women's attire, but where else would you see, or how could you ignore the fact that you are wearing Delft blue? All right, so for the rest of you at Pete Hoekstra, it's an honor to be with you. I was born in the Netherlands, although it's called Holland by some, especially in America. My parents moved from Holland to Holland, Michigan. Holland, Michigan is located where? It is located in Ottawa County. And so, their son took the bold initiative, and it's not literally true, but it's figuratively. When Diane and I came back from the Netherlands, we moved from Ottawa County, and we moved 10 miles south, which put us into a different county in Michigan. But I'm a marketing guy. We take figurative, license. So I can say my parents went from Holland to Holland. I went from Ottawa to Ottawa. And we are glad to be here. In getting ready for today, one of the questions that people said, well, there's uncertainty in those types of things, and there is. Won't deny that for a minute. But then someone said, is America open for business? And it's like, excuse me, have you not been watching? America is open for business, and as the B7, a group that leads the world, we anticipate and hope that you are all open for business as well, and that when we are all open for business, it's a better and it's a safer world. Okay, we can lead the world in a number of initiatives. We have strong cooperation. America is open to doing business. We're open to doing business with you, our friends, and as you can see, that in the last week, the President's also indicated we're open for business in the Middle East. Okay, I think I woke up on. I've been in politics for a while, but what we are seeing today, we have never experienced anything like this in American politics. Okay, the President, one of his primary priorities was, we're going to secure the border. 60 days later, it's secure. 99% of illegal crossings across our southern border have ended. I wake up on Monday morning, and there's a whole lot of stuff that's been happening in between, securing the border and those types of things. But, you wake up on Monday morning, and what do you have Monday morning? We've got an agreement with China. Oh, that's good. Chalk this week down. We got a major accomplishment this week. And so, well, no, Pete, we're not done yet. We did something on pharmaceutical prices. We had the expectation that perhaps Putin and Zelensky would meet today. That didn't happen. But then we did secure, again with our friends, we secured the release of an American hostage on Monday or Tuesday, but it was announced on Monday. And I think we got a plane, okay? Just a little plane. We've got lots of planes in Washington. I suggested that the president, Mr. President, we don't have a plane in Canada. If you've got an extra one, we can, because this is a big country. I could use a plane to fly from here to Vancouver to all the places that you mentioned, although I'm not sure it would land in Smithers. And it's like the pace that we are moving at is unbelievable. And I was at the White House this week, and you talk to the folks there, they're working 24/7. They're working 7 days a week on implementing an agenda that I think will be good for all of us. And we clearly want to move forward on a number of the objectives that the B7 has outlined that we are in total agreement with. You just go through a few of them. You talk about quantum computing. Chalk that up. Okay, that's something that we think is absolutely essential. You talk up AI. Yep, we're there. That's something that is critically important. The president, I think, signed an agreement this week for the construction of a massive plant to build the technology that will move quantum computing forward, that will move artificial intelligence forward. And I think, the president and America has now announced that we have, generated over $12 to $13 trillion of investment for the United States, an investment that, again, I think is good for all of us. After World War II, and my parents were liberated by Canadians and those types of things, and when I go back to the Netherlands, there's a tremendous, and across Europe, there's a tremendous amount of appreciation for what the Canadians did, for what the Americans did, for what the other allies did, and not only helping to win the war, but then sticking around to rebuild Europe. I go back, my parents left in '56, and you say, because you go back to Europe now, and it's a thriving economy. I asked, how's business in Europe? And to one of the folks on your next panel, they said, oh, it's great, good. Nothing better that could be happening is that we are all prospering, and we're prospering on we're prospering because on so many of the goals and objectives that we have outlined, there's a lot of synergy and agreement to that. One of the other goals is critical minerals. Absolutely. Okay, the president has signed some agreements around the world in terms of making sure that that we all have a global supply chain. That means that we cannot be held hostage on critical minerals for the kinds of, somebody says, well, it's nice, you need those. We're not going to ship them to you anymore. It's kind of like, that's okay. We've got a secure supply chain that builds on the strengths of each and every one of us around the room today and some of our other allies. Okay, we need to work that together. We have done things that we believe are absolutely essential to making sure that some of these goals and objectives are met. The president and the United States of America, again, working with many of you, believe that not only do we need to be energy independent, but we need to be energy dominant in the world, because so many of these new technologies are energy independent. It is going to stretch our ability to expand our energy supplies to make sure that we can power the technology change that is right at our fingertips. And when we do that, we will all be so much more effective, and we will all bring more prosperity to our people in our countries, the people that your prime minister has said he works for. How did he describe them the other day? The owners, okay? Really, they are the owners of Canada, the people that we work for. They are the owners of America, It's a great way to describe the people that we work for. And you had a meeting today talking about trust and the concern about so many people in our countries no longer have trust in the institutions or trust in government, and I lived with that in politics for a long time. But as we, as a business community and as governments, deliver more prosperity, we deliver more benefits to our owners. I like that. I'm just going to steal it from Carney, okay? I like that. But, you know, guess what? We will build trust with our owners. It's just like some of you, maybe many of you, are affiliated with publicly held companies. Sometimes I've invested wisely. Sometimes I've invested not so wisely. And in those companies that turned out to be not such wise investment, it wasn't my problem. It wasn't my fault. I picked the right companies. Yeah, sure. But what I did is I picked companies where I couldn't trust. I found out later on I couldn't trust the leadership. Just kidding, okay? I know that some of my friends in Canada don't have the greatest sense of humor, okay? But so I have to tell them that I'm sharing with them a joke from a sick Dutch perspective, okay? But, you know, the bottom line is when a company performs poorly, its leadership loses trust from its employees, from its customers, and from those who have invested and expected much better. And in reality, in America, and it's why we had the result from the election that we did, is that there are many in America who are apprehensive about our future and the issues that we were discussing, that they demanded change, and that they demanded a type of change that they believed that they could trust in, that they would have leadership that made promises that in a campaign that they would then implement. Well, you know, I can't get into politics beyond that. But so here we are. You know, the president is committed. We are open for business. We're working on the things that the B7 has identified. It's a great time to be in Canada in that, you know, you had an election 2.5 weeks ago, a new cabinet on Tuesday, a B7 summit now for a few days. I think that there will be discussions ongoing over the next couple of weeks about, you know, the United States and your host, Canada, in terms of where we move forward on a number of serious issues. Then you've got the King coming, you know, and you're going to have a phenomenal, I don't know exactly how long he will be here, but is the King coming here, you know, for maybe 3-4 days? I'm sure it will be an awesome experience. Congratulations to the Canadian government for being able to get the King to come to Canada and, you know, show that kind of respect for Canada. And so lots of great things happening here. And then we have the G7 summit. So it's like, wow, what an awesome time to come to Ottawa. And what an awesome, you know, and you throw in a few tulips and we're okay. I just want to leave one final thought with you, is that many of your governments are also going to be asked, if we want to achieve all these economic goals and objectives, we also need a peaceful and secure world. It is why America continues to invest significantly in our defense, and why we want to partner with you in things that secure our countries and our people, because if we are safe and if we are secure, that liberates that liberates the business community to prosper and bring prosperity to all of our owners. So work with us on economic issues, work with us on the friendships and the relationships that we have on a personal basis around the world, and work with us on security issues so that we can deliver for the people that own our countries, and we can rebuild the trust that they demand. And we will be amazed at what we can accomplish in a very short period of time. I'm amazed what the President has accomplished and America has accomplished in roughly 120 days. But if we're all pushing in the same direction, we'll be even more amazed about what we can accomplish together. Hey, thank you very much, and I hope you had a great conference.